Good morning from Farmington, New Mexico. Yesterday we visited the Valley of the Gods and Natural Bridges National Monument in Utah. Today we're visiting Aztec Ruins National Monument and getting lost in the middle of nowhere. Come along! As we get started today, our plan is to visit Aztec Ruins National Monument and Bandelier National Monument before ending the day in Albuquerque. We're hitting the road with 97% in our battery since we charged up last night. We were planning to go to Chaco Culture National Historical Park, which is in a very remote area. We decided to mix it up and make our day a bit easier. This didn't work out, but more on that in a bit. Here we are arriving at Aztec Ruins National Monument. The site features remarkably preserved structures, including a large multi-story great house called the West Ruin, which contains over 400 rooms. These structures were built by the Ancestral Puebloans around the 12th and 13th century. The monument offers insight into the sophisticated engineering and architectural skills of the Puebloans, who constructed elaborate buildings using stone masonry techniques. One of the most notable features of the Aztec ruins is the Great Kiva, a large ceremonial structure that has been reconstructed to offer visitors a glimpse into the spiritual and communal life of the Puebloan people. The Kiva was used for religious ceremonies, social gatherings, and administrative functions. Now let's talk about accessibility. Aztec Ruins National Monument is very visitor-friendly. The main trail is paved and relatively flat, making it accessible for wheelchairs and strollers. The Visitor Center has informative displays, a museum, and restrooms. Before we leave Aztec, let's make a quick stop at the car wash to spray off this massive layer of dust that we picked up over the last few days. The Valley of the Gods drive yesterday put the dust levels over the top for me. So our plan to get to Bandelier is to take US 550 to Cuba, New Mexico, and then take New Mexico 126 to New Mexico 4, which will take us right to Bandelier. This is the route that Tesla Navigation has provided. Here we are turning on to New Mexico 126, not paying nearly enough attention to this sign behind the truck. It's hard to see, but it says mountainous, unimproved road ahead. This is where I should have stopped and done some Google satellite viewing. Here is yet another sign that should have made me change course. This is mid-April, and I have no idea what they consider winter months around here. As we continue on, the road keeps getting a bit more rustic, but still very drivable. And we found the end of the pavement. About here is where I realized I probably should not be here, but also I have no idea how long this dirt section is, and we'd have to backtrack quite a bit as well, and probably not be able to make it to go to Bandelier. Fortunately, the Tesla Model X has air suspension, so I can lift it to the high setting, and as long as I can stay out of these ruts, I should be okay. As we continue to climb and the road gets more and more narrow, I start to worry about downed trees. There really isn't a lot of room to turn around here, and I wasn't planning on doing trail cleanup on Forest Service roads. This is one of those downed trees I was worried about, but thankfully, someone else has already cleared it. I can't describe the sense of relief that came from reaching this pavement. During this drive, we lost cell service on our phones and on the car. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but the car lost its ability to navigate and reset our trip. So when we made it to the end of New Mexico 126, we had to guess at which way to go, and we made the wrong decision. We went right, which does not take you to Bandelier, and even more frustrating, takes you to US 550, which is the road we turned off of back in Cuba. This drive ended up being one of the most stressful driving experiences ever, and in the end, I didn't even get to go where I was attempting to get to. We decided just to head into Albuquerque, check into the hotel, and relax. Today was a real mix of history and unexpected adventure. Our visit to Aztec Ruins offered a peaceful look back at ancient civilizations, contrasted sharply by our navigation mishaps. This experience taught us to always double-check road signs and be prepared for sudden changes in travel plans. As we unwind in Albuquerque tonight, we're looking forward to a more relaxing day at Sandia Peak Tramway tomorrow. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our adventures. Thanks for joining us on today's Electric Adventure.